guys, and welcome to another one of my contemporary double mini reviews. So for this video, I have two awesome books that I gave 5 out of 5 stars. The first is Biggest Flirts by Jennifer Eccles, and the second is My Life with the Walter Boys by Ali Novak. So these two were awesome contemporaries. I loved every single minute of them, and I would definitely recommend them to any contemporary fans out there. So I'd first like to start off with My Life with the Walter Boys because I've read this a month ago. It came out on March of 2014. So My Life with the Walter Boys was actually posted online, I don't know, maybe a couple of years ago when Ali Novak was only 15, and it gained like, what, 25 million views. So Sourcebook actually acquired it, and they're traditionally publishing it, and I'm so happy they are and did, because this book is amazing and a lot of people need to know about it. It says here, 1 girl, 12 boys, 1 roof. What happens is that Jackie Howard, she comes from like a really rich family, and she has a sister and two parents, her mom and her dad, parents. However, one day when she's at home sick, she gets a call. Her parents, along with her sister, got into a car accident and they all passed away. So this part was really heart-wrenching. I'm just like getting goosebumps just thinking about it because it's just so sad. So what happens is that she basically ends up moving to the home of her mother's best friend back in college. And what's awesome about this is that they have 12 Walter boys, 12 boys living in that house. And it was just so cool. It gave me a cheaper by the dozen feel, mine, yours, and ours feel. It was just so cool. And what I liked is that initially we get an intro about each one. So the Walter boys, there's Will, who's 21, Cole, 17, Danny, 17, etc, etc, all the way down to Zach and Benny, who are 5 and are in kindergarten. They are twins and crazy little monsters with potty mouths. And some are the next Steven Spielberg and always have a video camera with them. They think they are. So it's just so cool, and I always kept on referencing back to that little paragraph because they were just so confusing and there's so many of them. And even though it says 12 boys, they're actually 11 boys and a girl, but the girl is such a tomboy that they just kind of put her with the boys, I guess. And it just, initially it left a big impact on me with like the sad story, and then when we go into their house, we get this welcome scene of all the boys in the swimming pool, and they're giving her these dirty, nasty looks like, why is there this random girl in our house now? We don't want her to live in our house. And some winks going on, and it was just, you know, typical guy behavior with a group of guys, and it was really funny. And there was a lot of cheaper by the dozen scenes in terms of pranks and things like that, and jokes and like crude jokes even, and it was hilarious. I loved that. And there is sort of love triangle, but I don't know if I would consider it a love triangle, and it was between 2 brothers actually, so kind of like a Summer Turned Pretty feel to that. And even though this book is sad, there's a lot of fun parts, but at the same time you don't forget the sad parts too, and I just teared up in a couple of those, and it was just a really well written, fun book, but at the same time it was also heartbreaking. And I really liked the progression of it, the way she took the direction she took with the plot. I honestly, truly couldn't predict who she's going to end up with. It was so random. And apparently it's a duology, so look out for that. I'm excited to read the next book. It kind of ended up in a very open-ended kind of ending. 3 ending in 1 sentence. But I really enjoyed it. It was fun. It was sad. Not sad, but just heartbreaking. You are emotionally invested in the character. Her name is Jackie, as well as in the well-being of all of the boys. You kind of get to know them more, and I had this fear in that we would only focus on 1 or 2 of the Walter boys, and then the rest would just kind of mold together and you can't really tell them apart and such. But as the book went on, each one was like more distinct and different from the rest, and you just get to know every single one of them on a deeper level, and I really appreciated that, and I hope we get more of that in the next book. So I definitely recommend this to fans of Cheaper by the Dozen, The Summer Turned Pretty, ones who like fluffy books but at the same time they want some emotional depth in their books. Definitely recommend that to them. 5 out of 5 stars. The next book is Biggest Flirts by Jennifer Eccles. You guys know how excited I am for this book and this whole series. It's part of the Superlatives. It's a 3-book series actually, companion novels. And it talks about these 3 friends, girls, and each book is about one of them. And the first one is Biggest Flirts, the second one is Perfect Couple, and they are about the senior titles, apparently. Yearbook elections. So our main protagonist here gets voted Biggest Flirts with the new guy, Will. So the second book, the other girl gets voted with another guy's Perfect Couple, and then I don't remember what the third one is, Most Accomplished or Most something. But I really like this idea. It was very unique and fresh, and I really enjoyed that. And they're seniors. And this had more such a rush feel than her other books like Dirty Little Secret. It's a bit more mature. So definitely wouldn't recommend it to like 14 to 15-year-olds because there's some stuff going on there that you shouldn't be reading. So... Or if you watch Game of Thrones, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't. This is tame compared to that, so I don't watch that show. So this book is pure fluff, I have to say. I read it not for the emotional depth or anything. I read it for how fun it would be, and it truly was a lot of fun. I couldn't put it down. I really liked the main protagonist, Tia. She didn't take crap from anyone. She did what she wanted. She didn't care what anyone thought of her, and I really enjoyed that and liked that about her. However, I have to point out that she hates being responsible for anything. So she'd go out of her way to make herself look irresponsible and dumb, even though she's really smart, just so she won't be responsible. And that kind of ticked me off, but I kind of understood where she was coming from. And what's cool is that she actually is a part of the band, jazz, what is it, marching band, I think. I'm pretty sure they're called the marching band at her school, which is really cool because she doesn't care what people think about her, and she's a lot of people respect her too. A lot of people look up to her, while a lot of people think that she's just a party girl and all she does is drink and hook up with guys. So I don't know, I was trying to figure out who she was. Was she a party girl? Was she smart? Was she a band girl? Was she I don't know, there's just a lot of parts to her, or a lot of faces to her. And I really liked how I got to know her a bit more as the story progressed, and I got to know how or why she became like this. And of course the whole book is about her and Will getting voted as Biggest Flirts, and them being, and her not wanting a serious relationship, but him wanting it, so he ends up with dating this other girl, and there's a lot of rumors going on. So it's just a fun high school senior book. Like, you know the show Awkward? This is kind of like it. It's just fun, you know? So definitely recommend it for people who want fun, quirky books that are a bit mature, so not the childish ones, but they're not also crazy NA books. So it's just, this is a balance of both. And I really liked it, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and I can't wait for Perfect Couple. It comes out next year, so it's a long way to go, but I can't wait for it. And I'm happy Jennifer Eccles has taken this series on, because I really didn't like her previous one, Dirty Little Secrets, or Dirty Little Secret, but I love Such a Rush. So this is kind of like a Such a Rush feel, like I mentioned before. So really excited for this, and definitely pick this one up. So these are the 2 books that I reviewed. Each one is 5 out of 5 stars. These are definitely going on my end of year contemporary recommendation video for sure. So get a head start and read them, guys, because they are awesome. And yes, let me know which ones you're interested in, and if you've read any of those or you're planning to. I'd love to know. And that's it. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.